Hey guys, Ted here to give you another fast fact. And for this fast fact, we're going to look at the Ku Klux Klan Acts or the Forces Acts. And now what Redeemer groups functioning almost with impunity, using terror to cow witnesses into not testifying against them in courts, and using violence to intimidate voters, the federal government decided to act. And to combat the Klan and other Redeemer groups, Congress passed the Ku Klux Klan Acts. Now, these acts gave the president the power to impose martial law to deal with the Klan and other Redeemer groups. Now, this was done as a protective measure to prevent Republican voters from being intimidated from voting. This resulted in a crackdown against terror campaigns that restored normalcy for a while. Now, this was short-lived, however, and the violence and intimidation soon returned, and it became extremely dangerous to be a Republican supporter or African American in the ex-rebel states. That sort of wraps up the Klan Acts. And to be certain, there was a lot of work done. There was a lot of infiltration of Redeemer groups done. About 3,000 men were indicted. Hundreds of men fled from South Carolina, but very few convictions and prison terms resulted from those 3,000 men being charged and arrested. Fewer than 600 were convicted, and a frustratingly small percentage of that 600 actually served prison time. The Klan Acts, while having a good purpose, coming from a good place, having great intention, really failed to address the bigger issue affecting or afflicting the region, and that is that these Redeemer groups had widespread support in the European American community. You could commit an atrocity in South Carolina, slip out of your local community, slip out of the state, and be welcomed in a community in Tennessee. Likewise, you can commit an atrocity or crime in Texas, slip out of Texas, and be welcomed in Virginia. And in many states, you wouldn't even have to leave the state. You can commit an atrocity in one county in North Carolina, slip across county lines, and be welcome, hidden and protected in a county just across the line. These all sort of serve to undercut the impact of the Klan Acts. But the Klan Acts, or the Forces Acts, nonetheless represent a great movement, a great display of purpose and intent to offer to live up to the protections guaranteed to African Americans and other Republican supporters in the former slave states during Reconstruction. And as always, hit like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you thought about this fast fact. Let me know what you thought about the Klan Acts. A lot of people are very surprised that there were actually legislation put on the books against the Ku Klux Klan and against such naked intimidation and violence against people. But hit like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you think in particular. And as always, I'm Ted, and I'll see you guys next time.